Hello, everyone. It is Thursday, April 2nd, here in New Zealand time. I'll start the hair and coming and bringing you a really positive blog update in regard to the last month, um, in which it is now around 9 a.m. This Thursday morning, and I am one class away from my 2 week mid-semester break after a pretty busy last 3 weeks, and for sure was ranging from social stuff, sports stuff, and most importantly school stuff. It's been busy, but it's been the best kind of busy I could ask for. So beginning with this week was in particular the busiest week I've ever had, probably so far in my time here. Just because, sorry, just because I had this week an assignment for one class, an essay for another class, and then a test for my third class, as well as the final class being the dance class. Has gotten pretty intense in regards to the amount of songs that we're learning, as well as the dance to it, as well as the strenuousness of the dance of the haka, just because it's pretty physically demanding for the guys and girls. So that's really taken a physical toll on me. But beginning with school, I've now survived 5 weeks here, and I have, for some reason, we have all earned 2 weeks off. It's not like in the U.S., which most of you had spring break last week. We started technically next week, and then it ranges 2 weeks. And during that time, tomorrow, during the entire 2 weeks, my mom is coming from the U.S., California, and she'll be coming. I'm super excited about that. She comes tomorrow, so we've got everything accommodation-wise booked. So we're doing, I think, 5 days in Auckland. Then we're flying to Sydney for, I think, 4 days, and then we're gonna take a nice train ride to Melbourne. I want to say 3 days in Melbourne, and then back to Auckland for 2 days. So I think a total of like 18 days. So she should be on her way to LAX right now. So super excited about that, just because as we talked today earlier to her, when I was in the fall in London, it was a time frame of 3 months before I saw any family, but now it's only been 2 months. So it feels like time has flown by, and it definitely has, given how busy I've been. So that's what's coming up, and that's what happened this week. But overall, school has been really good. I've been able to manage it, been on top of it, and I really liked where all my classes have gone in that sense. So, like I said, dance class is getting really good. I'm really enjoying learning more about the history of the haka, as well as actually performing it, because I feel like it's definitely going to be cool to take it back to the U.S. and be able to perform the haka, and definitely turn heads, because when people ask for me to do it and I can do probably one or two now I know by heart, it's going to probably be a strange sight to see me speaking a different language and some pretty thumpy dance moves. So I think that's one of the cool things about abroad. So just how I brought back the tango from Argentina, I hope to bring back the cabo haka to California. My politics class, my upper div politics class, has gone really well. We had a test this week, and I think I did really well on that, as well as it's been really good to keep learning about genocide and the media, things like that. My history class is also going well in regard to history. We just finished Civil War on it. It's a lower div general U.S. history, but with a focus on empire, I guess. So we just submitted an essay on slavery and its resistance. Sorry, I'm kind of doing all I got to fix that. So that was due this morning, just turned in an hour ago. That was my final thing. So I felt great to put the thing in the box and then just enjoy the moment, as it's now officially 9 a.m. I've got a pretty full day today, in particular, of volleyball in school. So I've got volleyball with some people from the volleyball club from like 12 to 2. Then I got class 2 to 3. Then I got intramural volleyball from like 4:30 to like 6-7. So I'm really excited about that, because I really enjoy playing. So the more I can play, the better. So I've definitely taken full advantage of volleyball. But to finish my point about school, so the dance class is good, politics class is very good, history class is good, and then lastly, the music class has been really great. Just how in the fall in London, I took a music class on UK and US pop music in the last like say 5 decades. It's been great to take this class, which covers the entirety of Western music, and it's right now we're on. We just finished like Mozart and Beethoven, so it's been great to um, hear certain uh, to hear these composers and their work, but get a better understanding of it as well as a newfound appreciation. So that's really cool. So that's class is going well. So really like that. I've got friends in each of my class. So that's really nice about that. But then probably the most fun I've probably had has been sports. Since we last did an update, there's been a lot of developments in regards to sports. Unfortunately, I did not make the football team, football soccer club, but I'm not at all phased by that. I am so far average at soccer, but definitely better at volleyball. So that's where I really shined in these past months. So the first sign of doing well with it was 2 weeks back. The 8 halls of residence at the University of Auckland, they held an inter-residence volleyball competition in which Carla Park Student Village, where I'm at, we won it last year, so there was definitely the hope to win it again. We didn't win, but we tried. So I somehow, having had the most experience, I was sorry, that's coins. I was the designated captain. So the 10 of us, we practiced for about a week, and I helped bring people up to speed as well as go over like rotation, passing, serving, hitting, and like overall communication. So that was really cool, and that felt really cool just because like it was strange. I was the only I was out of the 10, like 2, myself and then my friend Brian from Madison, UW Madison. So that's Wisconsin. So it's me and him were the only outsiders, but it's pretty cool to think here I am at in New Zealand, being the captain of a res hall that are mostly full of Kiwis. So that was pretty fun. But so then when the day after we came, we played pretty well, and it was a heartbreak. So it was split into teams. So it was 8 teams, so 2 pools of 4. We got into a pool and we tied our first game against the people that would eventually get second. So we tied them, surprisingly. We were like, wow, because we missed a lot of serves, which is what ultimately cost us, as we'll soon learn. So we missed too many serves that game, tied. Played the next haul, lost by 1, missed too many serves. Then played our third and final match, lost that by 2, missed too many serves. So looking back, like, dang, if I could have gone either way, and it was just a matter of like just our own mistakes, really, that beat us. Just because if we had made our serves, and like definitely myself included, I missed some serves as well. So if we had minimized our errors, that would have been the difference between us playing in the last place game to us playing in the first place game. So really goes to show that small errors really do count. So. Oh well, live and learn. But I mean, that was not at all the priority. Was to win. My priority was to have the most fun, as well as make sure everyone played, because there were some halls that were like desperately trying to win, so they wouldn't play all the players. But so we're like, no, that's not how this is. Everyone who showed up had the same and equal right to play. So regardless of skill and ability, if you came to practice like everyone did. We would make sure they got time, so we did a simple constant rotation of going in, going out, so everyone got the same amount of time. There was no one left out, no one favored or unfavored. So that felt nice to kind of take the high ground, and to think that we almost did well. Felt pretty good. So felt pretty good with that. And then, like I said, ultimately, the point of it was was friendship and having fun. So I definitely came out of that with both. It felt great to play. I played well. I had fun. I had friends come support me. It was great. They were all impressed by my skills. I was like kind of like being kind of taking it all in. It felt nice to be supported. And then especially I made a lot of I got really close to everyone on the team. So That was probably the best part, was just making new friends from other people that I hadn't really been able to meet at Carlisle. That was great volleyball. And then from that, things with so then from the Carlisle team, I actually got invited and joined an intramural team. So quick bit of backstory about intramurals with me. During my first year of Santa Cruz, no, definitely not me. It's a team effort. The team I joined accidentally, must have been fate. We went on to win all three leagues. So fall, winter, and spring. We won all three indoor leagues. So, and we only dropped one game during the entire year. So that felt absolutely great just to have that accolades. And then we also won in the spring. A few of us got together and played in the beach outdoor intramural league, won that. So to think that I came home my first year with 4 intramural championships was just such a cool feeling. And it's just it's gonna be, looking back, just to have 4 of the same T-shirt is just amazing. It's just mind blowing. So with that in mind, I joined this intramural team, which is already at a good speed at a good skill level. But now with me, given my past experience as well as current ability, hopefully we end up winning this in May, and I get another intramural T-shirt. So that'd be cool to take back and have next year at Santa Cruz, both a Santa Cruz intramural shirt as well as a Auckland intramural shirt. So that'd be pretty cool. So that's what I'm going for. And then so I've got that tonight, intramural tonight, but that's been really fun intramurals as well. Just because so far we're 2-0, and there's a few people from the Carlisle team, the Interres team, that are on this intramural team. So it's been great to even get closer to them, as well as meet new faces, and just have fun with volleyball. Just because I have not had a single time where I played here volleyball and felt bad, and it has not been in any way fun or beneficial. And every time I come out of it like in a better mood than I came into it, just because I just love playing volleyball. And also on that, I'm pretty excited because I unfortunately, in my own mistake, back in February when I was coming to leave for New Zealand, I had the choice, because my suitcase had exceeded the 50-pound limit. I had a choice of bringing my football, my soccer gear, or my volleyball gear, and I was like, you know what? In the fall, I did soccer. I liked it more. I'm gonna like soccer again, but things go as they go, and I ended up falling in love with volleyball here and having such great opportunities come. So I kind of forgot my shoes, but it's okay because I ordered. Thankfully, yesterday ordered new shoes from a company in New Zealand, so they're on their way here. So that's nice because I'm in need of new shoes anyway, so it just worked out. But it was kind of like it was like an Oklahoma moment, but overall, I think I'm gonna be happy once they come and just realize, you know what, it's meant to be. So I got new shoes coming, so I'm taking it very serious, not very seriously, but raising my game with my shoes a bit. And then finally, in regards to sports, the volleyball club has been great. They meet Wednesday, so I went yesterday, had a lot of fun, as well as I've been really well liked, and I've gotten really close to the club leaders, like the people who run the club. So they've been definitely impressed by my skill. So in May, when I think there's 2 tournaments in May that they participate against other universities here, I think that they've already kind of like flat out told me like, yo, you're gonna be on the team. So I'm like, that's just awesome. But I don't want to get carried away or assume that I'm on it, anything like that. So when it comes, it comes. But in the meantime, they meet outside of the usual club meetings, and they play with another friend. So I've got that in a few hours. It's been great, and it's just and then with the club for everyone, it's everyone of all levels. So it goes from top players like me to down to the just beginning. Totally fine. So it's been nice to help other people bring up, as well as kind of like work on other things that I usually couldn't do. So, and for me, that's passing and serving, setting. But then in the more high caliber practices or scrimmages that the club hosts for like by invite only, that's really fun because that's when everyone is at the top of the game. So that's when you kind of like play with like other high caliber people. So it's been great. That's where I kind of like really kind of not shine, but really kind of get to use my abilities to its fullest, and not because like I don't want to be that, and I haven't, and I don't plan on being like giving my full 100% during the social practices, just because like why beat down on new players? It only discourages them from wanting to get better. So I always try to be positive, things like that. But that's really good. That's with sports. So school and sports going fantastic, and then socially, I've had a lot of fun. On this past Friday, I participated in an event hosted by the city called Run the Night, in which it was a 5 kilometer night run, in which they had like different, I think it's UV light, the purple light. So it was encouraged that you wear glow sticks and be decked out in neon stuff. So I was decked out, headband, suspenders, socks, short shorts, glow sticks, face paint. So I was, and when I attach photos to this or upload photos, I looked great. I mean, not great in like attractive. I felt great in which like I like looked the part, and it felt nice to like be decked out. So that was a lot of fun Friday. So they had a 5K, and then they had an after run concert that was really fun. So that was great, and I got to be there with my closest friends. So that was really great. Sorry, I said great too many times. It was fun. It really was. And then other things, I had a barbecue a few weeks back hosted by a girl named Sarah from UW, UW, Dubs, Washington, University of Washington. So she made a great barbecue. So thanks for her. And then as well as I went to last Wednesday a quiz night at a castle bar up in the suburb that I'm living in now, and had a lot of fun. But man, were there some questions about New Zealand and Australia that none of us were stumped on. So we've got to increase our Kiwi presence there for sure. And then, like I said, spring break right now. I got my mom coming tomorrow, and I could not be more excited. But then following in return from break, I'm pretty excited because the first weekend back, I'm going with, I think like a pretty relatively decent sized group, like 9 or 10. A few of us are going to Waikato. I can't get the pronunciation here. I always get it wrong. So going to a, excuse me, going to a nice weekend trip to a family farm of one of the girls here, Ellie. She's a post grad in education, so she has a car, and then so the ride's taken care of. Of course, I'm going to pay my share. Ride's taken care of. Her grandma's farm is already taken care of, and then we're going to do some hiking, some tramping, and then possibly whitewater rafting. So that's and I don't think I've ever like actually whitewater rafted. In a kind of like extreme setting. I mean, it won't be too extreme, but in a kind of like I haven't done it at all recently in my young adult life. So I'm looking forward to that. So overall, it's just been really really nice to see everything that I want to happen going into this third and final program happen. Just because I think I've already said it, but I'll say it again. I specifically kind of like with the help of like my sister, my dad, my mom, as well as my school, help plan out um, my programs abroad, in which each one would be kind of like an increase from the last. So like going up the ladder of like everything you want to do. So this has definitely lived up to its expectations of being the grand finale, just because everything that want to happen, join a sports team, join intramurals, feel really part of university life and res life, make great friends from all over the world, and then do amazing outdoor stuff as well as other cultural stuff has been just phenomenal. So everything has been going great, and I just at times have to like kind of stop and like I'm on the daily smile when I am out, just because I was thinking about today in particular, just because like I never going when I came to Santa Cruz, it felt like a new home, and at times I would smile, and it felt great because like of course once you leave your home, everything else it just feels kind of like feels slightly different, slightly cool, slightly newer. Everything's kind of like because it's not your heart home. That's terrible, but like the place you call home in your heart. So take that feeling of like being at your university or anywhere else for that matter, but man, it's just like heightened so much being abroad because like not only is it new, it feels like a new world just because it is a new world, both like intellectually, culturally, spiritually, things like that. So um, just really happy with everything that's going, and I hope just to keep it going Without much further ado, I hope you all had a great spring break or still are having one, or will have one if you're in New Zealand or Auckland or no, Australia, anything like that. Happy spring to those in the northern hemisphere. Happy fall to the southern hemisphere. And man, final note, I am so just today. So today's April 2nd, but back in the U.S., it's April 1st, and man, I am so distrustful of anything I've seen just because April Fools. So it's just making me like, man, I mean, not like that, but it's just like, what do I believe? What is true? I'll survive. Thank you guys for watching.